Hi, I'm Christy Harper. I'm a pre-K teacher at Nettleton Pre-K, and this is my art center. I first think of the basics. I think about markers, color pencils, and crayons. And they start out drawing simple pictures, and then we build on that, the scissors and the glue to give the kids a little bit of extra fine motor practice. Then we want to add some collage materials. We do little baggies of all different kinds of materials. This helps them to build, and it gives texture, and they get to just experiment with their imagination. The reason we bag it in individual little baggies is to help the children not feel so overwhelmed, and they can switch back and forth. And this is a good time for the children to learn to share, and it helps us with problem solving, and it creates conversation about why you want this over that, and the baggies also help with cleanup. And if you'll look at these labels, I take pictures of my actual materials. It gives them more of a connection. It makes it more real to the children. Every art center has those things that are constant throughout the year. This is a shelf that is ever changing. We take things that the kids ask about, maybe that they did at home or they did at a friend's house. For instance, the items from nature. We have these in our science center, but one of the kids took a pine cone from the science center and brought it over to art center, dipped it in paint, and made the coolest pattern. When thinking about the things that you put in your 3D art area, start small, start simple, and build on it as you see your children are ready for it. If you put all of this out at the beginning of the year, you're not going to get the joy out of it that you want. The kids are most certainly not going to get the joy out of it that they need. In each one of my centers, we have open-ended questions. It's a tool for me. It helps me to engage in conversation, and there's always a way to spark their ideas and encourage thinking. It is, Alex. It is a square. Children often just notice shape and color, but what we wanted to do with this activity is to bring more vocabulary and to make them look at other aesthetic value to this other than just color and shape. Can you help me describe the difference in these two textures?
Think it's got spots on it.
Look at that. So I want to introduce new words such as texture and extend their thinking beyond and start talking about words such as ripply and wavy and bumpy. Do you see one that might look like it might look bumpy? How about wavy lines? Do you see any wavy lines? Do you know what a wavy line?
It's like an ocean.
It is like an ocean, Alex. Do you see anything on either one of your pictures that looks like that reminds you of the ocean?
There's a symbol go on the ocean.
This looks like it could be ocean. Those are waves of an ocean.
It's because these like spots.
You look closely and you see spots. I wonder what caused those spots there and they're not over here.
I can see spots on mine.
You've got spots, they almost look like bubbles. It starts to make their minds think past color and past shape and start comparing and seeing the differences and the similarities in the shapes that they've made. By using the word wavy, it sparked a whole new conversation about things that they're familiar with. When I used my hand to describe wavy, they saw ocean waves in the paper.
It's like an ocean.
It is like an ocean, Alex. We've done lots of painting lately, haven't we?
Like this.
I'm very intentional with which art I display and how I display the children's art. I want them to have it eye level, and I want them to appreciate each other's art and feel pride in what they do and what they've accomplished. I also add these thought balloons. What is the difference? These two paintings were done with bubble wrap, and they are so different. One child explored color, and one child explored pattern and familiar shape. So the children get to see the difference in using the exact same materials. Look how different these two art pieces are. I'm encouraging them to look at and appreciate each other's art. I'm also encouraging them to be keen observers. I want them to compare and contrast and have more conversations.
This is you, Layla,
picture.